Capitol Hill now plotting a path forward to win approval for Donald Trump's agenda. Trump blaming two distinct groups for killing his health care replacement bill, the far-right group, the Freedom Caucus, and Democrats as well. To move forward, the president has to win over one of these groups, and here's one path that he says he's considering.
So what would be really good with no Democrat support, if the Democrats, when it explodes, which it will soon, if they got together with us and got a real health care bill, I'd be totally open to it, and I think that's going to happen.
Willing to work with Democrats. I want to talk now about this with former House Majority Leader, Republican Tom DeLay. He is also the author of Revival, Revolution, Rebirth. Mr. Leader, you got the nickname The Hammer. You are arguably one of the best arm twisters of your age. So when you look at this and you hear Donald Trump, and I don't mean to just compliment you on that. That is something that I think people on both sides of the aisle would agree with. When you look at Donald Trump saying that he might reach out to Democrats, do you think that is a good idea? Would that be a strategy that you would have pursued?
Well, let's see. John Boehner did that when he couldn't get the conservatives to do anything, and he lost his speakership. I can also remember Bush 41 going to the Democrats and raising taxes and violating his pledge, destroyed his presidency. It's not a good idea, just because you're a little upset with the Republicans and the conservatives, who are standing on principle, by the way, and it's sort of a rookie mistake to, well, now I'm going to go work with the Democrats. It's very dangerous and very risky.
You say they were standing on principle. This was a bill that would have cost more and insured fewer people, and the House Freedom Caucus, the sort of uber conservative group, would not get on board, endangering, ultimately spelling the demise of this bill. What would you do, especially looking forward as the president has to give tax reform a try? How should he do this?
Well, this bill was doomed back in 2010 when the American people were calling for the repeal of Obamacare. Not a replacement. Replacement is a politician's response to the left and the media to demand that there be a replacement if you repeal Obamacare. That was the beginning of the end. And then they came in and wrote a bill that I call Obama Blight. It kept all the infrastructure, it kept subsidies, it kept welfare programs, it kept all the things that Obamacare has except for taxes and mandates. It was doomed to failure from the very beginning. But I see this as an opportunity, and I'm very excited about what the future holds if they'll develop a clear strategy to get this done.
If you are the House Speaker right now, if you're Paul Ryan, what are just tell me the top couple things you would do to try to regroup now?
Well, first of all, I would get off of repeal for a minute. If I could pass repeal, I'd pass it and throw it to the Senate. I wouldn't write another bill in the House based upon Senate rules. This 60-vote thing is nothing but something the Senate uses as an excuse when they don't want to do anything. The repeal of Obamacare was passed in this Senate a year ago, and they didn't have 60 votes. So write a bill, start building a market in the health insurance business, and the bills are already out there, selling insurance across state lines, creating risk pools, associations, co-ops, all the things that you need to be ready for people that are coming off of Obamacare to go into the market and buy the insurance they need. And then, as it is right now, political pressure is being built like crazy because Obamacare is imploding. So at the right timing, the political pressure will be building, and you can repeal Obamacare and have a market for people to go into.
Your strategy was more to start on the right, wasn't it? To sort of start right and build left a little bit?
Well, when I saw this bill coming out, I thought, oh my goodness, this is not good. They haven't been, what you do in the House is you set the standard. So, and I did it for 11 years without losing a vote, and I called it Grow the Vote. You start working with the members, and you start from the right, and you move to the center, and when you get 218 votes, you go to the floor. Instead, they had this consensus idea where the Senate leadership and the House leadership and the White House are all going to come together and write a bill and then present it to the members and say, take it or leave it. Well, it failed. They left it.
They certainly did. Tom DeLay, thank you so much for your insight on this. We certainly do appreciate it. And up next,